truly doesn't matter. Right here is Deadly Enticer. Excellent. Alrighty. Hey, yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more PvE on my Asura. In the last video, guys, we talked a lot about, like, my gear and stuff. What? Oh my gosh, stop. Please stop. I'm trying to do my intro here, man. Oh, wow, that's why you got Meteored, bitch. Meteor actually on this weapon doesn't do that much damage. Some people were like, oh, that's the best part of the weapon. Yeah, not really. It, like, doesn't do anything. But anyway, guys, last time we talked about the gear and stuff. Now we're going to look at my skills, actually, and why I've decided to choose some skills over others with my build, at least for now. I'm focusing a lot more on the types of skills that can do a lot of damage with percentage-based skills right now. Those being Wave Wheel Slasher and the Neutral Wave, like I mentioned right there, the magic attack being 1000%. Because I have a strong weapon. Now, if you don't have a strong weapon, then you might for sure take this off, maybe keep this and maybe put this somewhere else. For instance, Groundquaker or Agony and Groundquaker are being really kind of scrubby in terms of damage, so I don't like using them either way. So, but you can see actually, if you go through the entire list of skills that this class has, it's not very many. I mean, these are all your basic Slayer skills, and then I'm talking like we get like 6 active skills or something. So it's nowhere near as confusing as it is on like my Knight or something. But you know, you don't have a lot of variation. But so I did end up choosing the Wave Wheel Slasher. That's the one kind of flex pick that you can decide not to get. Now, in terms of the TP skills, there's a lot of really important ones. Ice Wave is like your strongest move pretty much by far. Wave Radiation is really good because if you use it, not only does it do extra damage, but it generates wave manifestation brands, which is actually a new feature. It never used to do that. Actually, a few skills would generate wave manifestation brands. Those being your Ice Wave. In fact, any Fire Ice Wave, I believe, generates a wave manifestation. If you have the EX on the Wave Radiation, that generates a manifestation. So pretty much you're not going to have any problems generating the wave manifestation brands, which is giving me massive intelligence, massive cooldown rate. I mean, it's pretty much the staple skill of the Asura to stack those manifestation brands. So really good TP type of skills to have when you want to keep those brands up at all times, and you do. So that's kind of what we're rocking right now, guys. At the end of the day, it truly doesn't matter. Right here is Deadly Enticer. Excellent AoE type move because it causes that vacuum effect. I believe the animation of the skills actually changed since when I used to play. I think it does wider range. It's easier to use. I think before you had to get hit or something to activate it. Now it's just like use it whenever you have the Murderous Wave active and people are in range and insta-kill everyone. You can imagine the types of dungeons where that would be extremely, absolutely, incredibly effective at clearing out waves of guys. Pretty much in this game, that is the focus, guys. To use some kind of AoE skill that does a lot of damage, and you don't have to keep chasing enemies around. Well, Asura has a perfect skill for that. It's called Deadly Enticer, but you need to have at least your Murderous Wave active. So, I gotta admit that the Murderous Wave sometimes can be kind of annoying, because it always makes this sound effect every time it's on. But the damage of the Murderous Wave is nothing to sneeze at. That's another skill that feels like a flex pick. If you're having trouble with mana, like I sometimes do, you might want to make that a lower level. It was probably the reason why I'd run out of mana the most, is the Murderous Wave. Because it's max level, it's actually draining massive MP per second. So if you're having problems with MP on your Asura, it's probably the Murderous Wave's fault. So make sure you lower down the level of that. It's not really necessary to have a really high level of that skill, but it's really nice because you can actually see how much damage this is doing just by me standing near, guys. 3,000 a second. I mean, pretty much people are dying by me just standing next to them. Look at this. So that kind of damage is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, you cannot ignore it, especially in the Tower of Death and stuff. Those things are just getting amplified more and more. So just luckily picked up some mana to help us out there. Because we're so tanky, that's another thing. Because we're so tanky, that mana is usually the only problem that we have. Definitely nothing. Don't have much problems with HP, to be completely honest with you. So let's get this grab off. Let's clear the way so we can use an excellent Ghost Orb skill. Okay. Let's get him with our assist. And nope, I hit the wrong guy. I want to get this guy with a Ghost Orb. So you are gonna get frozen. Then you. Oh wow, it's gonna hit you with a look at max level Ghost Orb right there. Would have insta killed him. At least I'd like to think it would. But yeah, guys, no problem whatsoever with this build right now. So if you guys, I mean, like I said, you have a few flex picks, but for the most part, guys, there's not a lot of variations with those Azuras. I mean, you're not just gonna, you couldn't dump points into skills if you tried, to be honest. I mean, we could try to do the Ground Quaker. I feel like just the Deeps is not worth it. You don't need it because you have other strong skills. These three in particular, Radiation, Ice Wave, Fire Wave, can decimate everything on the map. So, I mean, it's kind of pointless when you think about it like that. Well, guys, we're going to jump in here again and finish off our quest here in depth. We got to catch up because apparently we're already 2 dungeons into the next region. And I'm still trying to catch up on this old region of the Frozen Wall or whatever. So one skill that I haven't been using a lot is because I haven't needed to, but it is useful, is the Asura Spirit Crescent. You guys can see it actually charges up rather quickly. And I think that actually, the charge time of that actually gets reduced the higher level we put into Asura Spirit Crescent. But it has a relatively low cooldown. Already it's back, so I can use it again if I want. Personally, you know, it's just not as fast as if I just ran up in there and just insta-casted Ice Wave Sword, because it has pretty much the same effect. If you cause a knockdown real quick to the neutral wave, and then throw the Ice Wave right afterwards, you can pretty much kill everybody in the same kind of fashion that you do with the Asura Spirit Crescent. So, and even then, sometimes it might not be enough. So, you know, it's kind of just preference things. You got a lot of options. Actually, you got a few options that are all gonna work. So, let's use our assist here. Now, the one skill that is useful but probably is more detrimental to you is the Ghost Orb. Ghost Orb is almost exclusively used as a very powerful move against one enemy type. If you try to use it against AoE, guys, it's a move that hits basically like 20 times or something. But the thing is, like, if you use it against a bunch of enemies, those hits all count against all the enemies. So if you use it on a group of 10 enemies or something, it's going to blow up really quickly because all the hits are expended on all the guys. But if you're smart about it and you use the Ghost Orb on a single target, like a boss or something, all 20 hits are going to keep hitting the boss. So it's an excellent, probably one of the best single target moves you have, and I got interrupted. The drawback is that when you use Ghost Orb, you actually lose all of the manifestation brands that you've been accruing. So right there, I'm picking them back up. Right there, I picked up 2 at one time using the wave radiation right there. So you expend all of them though. So right there, you could see I couldn't even use up all the hits on that because he died so hard, man. But almost without a doubt, it's one of your strongest single target skills. But again, you got to watch out that you don't hook too many people, or you're going to be wasting that skill. Not to mention, if you waste that skill, you're going to be losing out on a lot more damage because you don't have any more manifestation brands. So that's kind of the gamble. I hardly use the skill, honestly, because even without it, you know, you're doing tons of damage. So, but still can't deny how good it is as a single target clear type of move. In fact, we can try to use it here. You can see, yeah, right there, just crushed him, man. He had no way. He had no way to survive that. And now with the EX on the wave radiation, we can actually pick up those manifestations back rather quickly. If I just hit with that, bam, I'm back to 5. So I can't stress enough how important the manifestation brands are, guys. If you're playing Asura, that is where most of your extra damage is going to come into play. So, okay, we can actually hit with this and look at the damage, guys. Look at the damage. Pretty much almost one-shot her with that shit. She only had like 10,000 HP left. But anyway, guys, just wanted to show off the Asura a little bit more. You know, with the katana. If you're using a short sword, though, guys, it's not going to be much different. I mean, honestly, it is kind of that preference thing. If you do a lot more basic attack, like I was saying last time, then katana might be up your alley, but you don't need to because your skills are going to be killing in one shot anyway. It pretty much doesn't matter what weapon you're using. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you knights later.